the judges are going to see the tiny stumbles at the end of those two tumbling runs. It's hard to overlook them.
Again, she's not as solid as we've seen her earlier in this competition.
But it's interesting to see Horkina have a miss. She's so elegant and dances through it. All of a sudden, she's into a pose, and you're kind of wondering, did she miss or did she not? It's almost a mirage. But the judges don't get to see it in slow motion.
This is a very clever combination, because right here, as soon as she lands, she does what they call a full twisting Shushinova, invented by the great former Soviet champion Yelena Shushinova, and that combination of elements earns her a lot of bonus points.
A lot of points indeed. 9.675. She will definitely move up in the standings. The leader after the first rotation, Yelena Prodanova of Russia. Her first vault, 9.35. This is her second.
This vault is a Phelps. It's worth a 9.8, and you'll see that same position briefly, that front layout position. See if she can get in a little prettier position on this one. A little better. I think the judges are going to like it because there's power behind it, but there were really some deductions in form.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll get the Prodanova's score in just a moment. Over on the beam, Gina Gojan of Romania. If you're with us earlier today, you saw the Romanian team win the gold medal. The last 4 World Championships, Gojan has won at least 1 gold medal.
Really is extraordinary when you think about her individual success and, most important, her impact on the Romanian team. She's been an integral part of that team. As you watch this routine, look at the maturity and the steadiness. I know the repetition that goes into this kind of perfection in competition under pressure.
She is the Olympic bronze medalist on the beam as well. Now, the music you're hearing is from the floor exercise. Keep in mind, all the routines are going on at the same time. A lot to keep an eye on.
It's interesting, the Romanian approach is very technical and practical when they put the routines together. They first meet all the requirements in the code of points, get those bonus points in, not necessarily in the most extravagant way or most artistic way, but they do what they're going to hit and hit well, always in competition. That's how you win.
And that's how you remain a traditional power in this sport.
You see head coach Octavian Bellu and Mariana Bitan. As you talk about their philosophy, Kathy, certainly they're focused on winning medals. And the way you do that is clean execution, and you try to fight for every 10th of a point on the landings.
The way you win medals, scores like this. A 9.8 on the beam for Gina Gojan.
Let's take a look at the standings after 2 rotations. Horkina in the lead, Gojan in second. Prodanova, her average for the 2 vaults, a 9.412, drops her to 4th place. We'll have more from Lausanne when we return.
Robin Roberts, Bart Connor, and Kathy Johnson-Clark welcome you back to the World Gymnastics Championships. After 2 rotations, the favorite, Horkina, in the lead, and she looks to add to it here on the vault.
She was a silver medalist on this event because of this vault. It was very innovative and still considered highly difficult. Well done, a little bit low on the landing, but that's typically the way she lands this vault. She travels so far from the horse, though. It's very impressive.
Good for her, because she was a little shaky in her first event, the beam, and also on the floor. Looks like she's a little more intense and a little more focused here. Nice landing.
And her score, 9.612. Remember, take the average of 2 vaults.
That vault was scored from a 9.9. This second vault will be scored from a 9.8. It's a little harder for her to do a 1.5 twist. She really needs to get the twist around. Not bad. It was much better than in the preliminaries. Of course, the judges will take the deduction for the slight hop off to the side and a little lack of amplitude.
Let's take a look at the technique here. She goes backwards onto the horse. She's going to do 1.5 twists, and she just barely makes it around. But once again, she seems to be fighting more for the landings and a little more intense than she was in the earlier rounds.
9.487 for an average of 9.549. That means Simona Almanar in third place needs a 9.65 to take the lead.
She is very capable of that score. She's silver medalist on this event from the Olympics last year. And she can tumble with the best of them. High level difficulty. You never watch her to see if she's going to land her tumbling passes. It's just how well. Full of difficulty, lots of bonus points. It'll be scored from a 10.0.
Watch this move here. This is a front somersault through to a backflip with a triple twist. One of the new rules this year in the new code of points requires the gymnast to do a front tumbling move and a back tumbling move like this in the same tumbling run. Boy, what an explosive finish.
And it pays off for Almanar. Her score, 9.775. She takes the lead. Now over to the unevens and Yelena Prodanova of Russia.
This routine definitely has the special connection bonus parts. Notice how she'll combine elements back to back. And the judges are just tallying these up.
Oh, break there.
Legs came apart, and actually it was very low, too. Should be higher to get full credit.
Boy, she's powerful, though, isn't she? Well,
which is surprising that she does a pike double back.
Kind of a weak dismount.
Very weak. Technically, it's difficult enough, but compositionally, there's a deduction in the code of points for up to 2/10 for not finishing the routine with a big enough dismount compared to the difficulty of the routine.
Now, Gina Gosian over on the floor exercise needs more than a 9.737 to overtake Almanar for the lead.